Me? Scared of thunder? Mummy? What's up, my Pokemon trainers? Welcome to Geek Out Industries. I'm Mike, and today for my daily TCG video I am doing Budget Deck Sunday. And if you're new to the channel, you don't know what that is, it's basically a budget deck every Sunday. It's always different, it's not the same, I don't show you the same one. Every Sunday I show a new deck, because if I showed you the same one over and over again it would be really boring. But today was actually someone's request for me to build a full power, no budget restrictions deck that he called the Dark Storm, or Dark Magnetic Storm, and it was a previous build from Plasma Storm. So that was quite a long time ago, and he wanted to see a new take on that whole idea. So that's what I've done. I've got a full power version that I'm going to showcase against Webgita. There's going to be two electric decks versus two electric decks. Webgita's Tapu Koko deck is absolutely outstanding. It's very, very consistently good. But this came from Jason Strickland, and he basically just wanted me to do a deck. I thought rather than wait for a few weeks for WebG to be able to get the time off to come around, I thought, you know what, I'll do a quick budget deck version of it. This is by no means least the best, if I'm honest. It's not the best deck I've built. It's a fun deck. It's very fun to play, but I mean, if you enjoy the Pokemon and you like the Pokemon you use, it tends to be fun whether it's a good deck or not, let's be honest. But I really enjoy playing this deck. It's gonna give you a really nice setup and an idea of what the full power deck is gonna be like, basically. So here it is. Right, so I've actually done this 4 times, and every time I've done it, someone's knocked on the door or whatever, and I've just lost my trail of thought. So I'm really hoping this time I can get this done. Right, so I used this Magnemite specifically because of the Searching Magnet attack, because you get to take 3 cards out of, well, 3 lightning energies from your deck and put them straight into your hand, which is awesome and very much needed for this. I then run 3 Magnetons. This isn't a very good stage 1 at all. 90 HP, really low, 80 attack, and you can't even use it next turn, but you have the Ram. So when push comes to shove, you know, it's there, I guess. But I'm mainly using that so I can get to my stage 2, which is the Magnazone and the Magnetic Circuit. You basically get an extra attachment of energy per turn, so you get to attach 2 energies per turn. Granted, it's only electric, but that really helps in the deck where you need 4 energies to do 130 damage. For a budget deck, it's not too bad, and we're building these for fun to play, not to win tournaments. Because let's be honest, the second you start getting too serious, it stops becoming fun, and Pokemon is about fun. But anyway, I'll get back onto this. So yeah, its weakness is fighting, and like I said, this is Zap Cannon again, except this one does 130, and you're left vulnerable next turn because you cannot attack with anything else, but we do have a way around that. So next Pokemon I use for Tapu Koko, mainly for the Aero Trail, where you can attach any energies from any cards to this once this is played from your hand to your bench. So you can get this fully powered straight from your hand, because it only takes 3 energies. You got 3 energies on your bench, or even on your main Pokemon. Take them off, put them on here, boom. He's in the active, because if you do that, he becomes your active Pokemon. So, perfect if you have him powered up that first go, yeah? Then, you know, your next turn, he cannot do anything because of that Zap Cannon. You don't have to waste a Float Stone or a Guzma, which could possibly switch out another Pokemon that you actually want to attack because you've just done it for 130. Take all the energy off him, put it onto him. You get to freely switch him to your active, and now you've got another attack for 130 right then and there. Just like that. Straight out the bat, and you're knocking people out. Awesome, right? So, right, that's why I run 4 of him, because you really do need him. Well, you can't use that during your next turn. It's just, it absolutely kills his cards. So you need to run stuff like this to actually make up for that, so you can attack every turn. Now, it wouldn't be a Dark Storm deck without a Dark Pokemon. Full power version, I use 4 of these rather than 2 of these and 2 of these, but the restoration ability means that if you have one of these in your discard pile, and if you wish, you can take that out from your discard pile, pull it back onto your bench, and attach 1 dark energy found in the discard pile to the card. So you're getting a card for free onto your bench, and another free energy attachment, which is, again, I'm a big fan of that kind of stuff. So yeah, I run 2 of those. Again, if this was the full power version, I'd run 4. And I run these 2 Darkrai's because if your opponent has used their GX attack, you are now hitting for 160 instead of 180. And 160 for 3 energy is awesome. It's a basic and it's running 120 HP, which is fantastic for a basic. So I whack those 2 in there. That's it for the Pokemon. I haven't added a Mr. Mime or anything like that, but if you can get this powered up quickly enough, I think Buzzwole would actually have difficulty because he's got no resistance to lightning attacks, so he could have some difficulty if this was full powered. But in this incarnation, it's not going to stand up against him. So yeah, those are the Pokemon. Now for the item cards, I run 4 Aether Paradise Conservation because this is amazing. I'll read it out to you. Basic Grass Pokemon and Basic Electric Pokemon take 30 less damage from the opponent's attack. Now, okay, so my Magnazone won't benefit from this at all, but the Tapu Koko does. And the Tapu Koko is normally the one left out front taking the damage when I switch them around. I don't know why it just ends up that way. Possibly it's because I'm trying to power up the Magnazone first, and then when my opponent eventually gets the energies they need to start attacking me, I've already switched out, if that makes sense. I just find that my Tapu Koko normally takes a hell of a beating, but this helps a lot. And I run forward in case they run Field Blower, so I can make sure I can hit this and get it out quite often. I run 4 Ultra Balls, chilly to search out Tapu Kokos, Magnazones. You know the drill. Any card that I really need at that moment in time, or any Pokemon I need at that moment in time. 2 Max Elixirs, and I find this really useful. I'd run 4 if this was a full power deck, sacrifice a couple of other cards. I won't actually say now because I'll do another profile on the full power deck, but I run 2 in this because these are expensive cards at the moment. So yeah, 2 of those. And if you don't know what they do, you basically get to look at the 6 top cards of your deck. If there's an energy card, you get to attach that to a basic Pokemon on your bench. Energy Recycler, in case the Magnazone knocks out. I've got a discard pile full of energies then, don't I? And I want to get some of those back. If you don't know what this does, you're allowed to put 5 basic energies back into from your discard pile back into your deck and then shuffle. I run 3 Float Stones. These are very expensive, about £7 each, $10 each. So I am only running 3 of those. But if you don't know what this is attached to Darkrai. Its retreat cost is 2. Is now retreat cost becomes 0, so I can just switch them out like that. And this is very good, just like the Buzzwole deck I explained the other day. If I haven't managed, for whatever reason, haven't managed to draw a Tapu Koko, I have these fully powered up. I just keep switching every turn like that. So that way I've always got an attacker. That's just how that works, really. I can't say any better than that. 1 Professor's Letter, just to search out an energy in case I really, really need it. And 2 rare candies to get my Magnazone to evolve my Magnazone up. Anyway, that's it for the item cards. I run 1 Skylar. If you don't know what Skylar is, basically search my deck and take any trainer card I wish. Bridget is awesome. Gets me, I don't run an EXs, so it's not an issue, but it gets me 3 basic Pokemon. So that's 3 Tapu Kokos normally if I can. I run 2 Acerolas. Again, this is so good to help you not lose those energies attached to a Magnazone. Taking some damage. I don't want my opponent getting a prize card. I don't want to lose those to the discard pile because there's 4 energies on there. Acerola comes back to my hand and my 4 energies come back to my hand and I don't have to worry about trying to get them out of the discard pile. So that's why I run 2 of those. And I run 2 Volkners, which is really, really good. Search your deck for an item card and an electric energy or lightning energy card. Reveal them and put them into your hand and then shuffle your deck. Again, really helpful in these energy hungry decks. Plus, I get to find an item card which is always useful. Then as always, for draw power, I run 4 Cynthias. That's it for the supporters. Okay, so I only run 6 lightnings, so I've got a lot of support to get these back from the discard pile or to find them, so 6 is more than enough. I need to run 4 of these because of the dark side of this Dark Storm deck, or Dark and Stormy deck. I'm sure Jason will type in what it's actually meant to be called in the bottom. Again, without these I can't run the Darkrai and 4 DCEs just to get energies up. Right, so I hope I managed to do that deck justice. I know this is just the budget version, it's not the full version, so just bear that in mind. This is really fun to run. I use it quite a lot now, just because it is so fun, and it takes a bit of thinking. What should I risk whacking out the Tapu Koko now, or should I just keep going with the chain? It's really fun. It's honestly brilliant to use. Full powered, I haven't had a chance to test. I say this again, WebG needs to get his ass together. He needs to get his ass in gear so we can play each other and really test it out. I'm going to get him to use my Buzzwole deck as well so we can test it against the Buzzwole deck. But if I was playing the Buzzwole deck, I wouldn't be running a weakness policy. I'd sacrifice a card. And you'll see that in the deck profile I do later on. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching again. If you'd like to support the channel, by all means do that. Go support me by either buying my merch on www.geekout.com/shop or by becoming a patron and donating just $1 a month. It gets you loads extra, like Patreon only giveaways, Patreon only Patreon only content and stuff like that. Oh, and it's Sunday, so the draw for my 1,000 subscriber giveaway will be done this evening at 8 PM. I think he said 8 PM UK time. I'm hoping I can get this edited and up before then. My laptop was actually at work. I didn't have access to my car until later on, so I'm really far behind today, so I apologise for that. I hope I can get this up before then. So I'm going to go finish up, wrap this up, and bye!